you want facing out?
No, it's good. It's good.
I'm working late.
Hello and welcome to the Deep Down Bear podcast. My name's Sean and joining me today is King Hater. King Hater AC. This is your week. This is your Super Bowl. This is what dreams are made of for you. The Hater Alessio Conte is coming on the pod after the Boston Celtics, one of the most hated franchises in sports, have won a title. Their cringe best player, Jason Tatum, and I love that there's been a big discourse for the past couple of days about is he their best player. Their best player just out-cringed anything I've ever seen in my whole entire fucking life. And then Monty Williams gets fired with $65 million guaranteed on his contract, and he was, quote, blindsided. My brother, you won 12 games, or 14 games.
Also, everyone hates you.
Monty Williams or Jason Tatum?
Monty Williams.
Well, I mean, the fact that that's even a question is fucking bodes well for you coming on the podcast right now.
I just meant, what do you mean he got blindsided? Bro, have you, looked in the mirror recently? Have you ever, woken up? Man, I don't know.
Well, let's lead with the Monty Williams bit. The thing is naturally...
Oh, you don't want to hear my funny joke from the other day?
Oh, well, yeah. Go on, tell me a funny joke.
I was at my place of work, and...
Place of work,
one of my colleagues who... I like and respect very much, was like, oh, you know what? She was talking to one of our other young colleagues. And I was like, yeah, you two are the good ones. You're young, you're hungry, you really want to, you're the good ones. And I was like, are you serious? Sometimes I wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and ask, is that bloke okay? And they both laughed a lot. And that was it.
She said that to you, that you're one of the hungry ones.
Yeah, and then I was like, I don't know if I'm okay. On any given moment.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, let's air it in a public manner.
So Monty Williams.
Yeah, Monty Williams. He got dismissed, which is very unique, as we have been one to say. He went 14-68 last season. He's owed $65 million of his $78.5 million contract. As far as we know, that's all guaranteed.
So how much money per win, Sean?
Per win? $5.6 million per win. He received $5.6 million per win. So, new Pobo. Do you know what a Pobo is?
The paid of all time.
The president of basketball operations.
Oh!
Trajan Langdon. He came in and said that he was reviewing every aspect of the Pistons, so that Monty's not a guarantee to get fired, but Monty's he's going to consider it. While saying that, as soon as he got hired, let's say a month ago or a couple of weeks ago, he said, you're not going to get fired, but he had Monty in the room making decisions. So I imagine they're scouting for the draft. They've got the 5th pick, the Detroit Pistons. Monty's in the room talking, sharing his thoughts. He's going to all the scouting stuff. He's going to all the things. Everything's business as normal, and he fires him.
Oh, well, that would have been the blind side then.
That was the blind side.
Okay, all right, I understand. Maybe it makes sense with context.
And currently, James Borrego is the only person who's been mentioned as a replacement. Trajan Langdon and James Borrego work together with the New Orleans Pelicans. But, man, I had a really good point to make. But
why wouldn't you pick a Pobo that works with the coach you're paying for 10 years?
No, what do you mean?
You're going to hire a new president of basketball operations, wouldn't you, I don't know, make it work with make it
work with Monty?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
and I'm not saying the Pobo should have made it work. I'm saying the owner should have hired someone
and said, hey, we're keeping this guy. Yeah.
Well, not even, as in, do you like him? Are you guys going to get along? Do you guys know each other? Instead of just do you know?
I know what you mean, but I think it is a good sign that the Pistons, who are very shit, have come in and said, "Hey, we're giving this guy the power to do what he thinks is right, and if that's going to cost the owner $65 million for absolutely nothing." I think that's quite a good sign, because you see someone like the Pels right now. If you can, we should probably start off. We've got an article on deep2.com talking about everything that the Pels do. But there was a quote from David Griffin saying that they're looking to trade out of the first round of the draft, which is okay, are you going to bundle that to trade for a better player? Or are you trading out just for trading out? And then he followed it up with a quote that says, yeah, we're looking to get second round picks in the future because we're out of seconds. And it's like, okay, well, Gail Benson just doesn't want to fucking pay money. Gail Benson is trying to find a way for you to trade Brendan Ingram, stay under the luxury tax, and doesn't want you to draft someone who's going to get paid at least $4 million, right? If like, at least the owner's not like that. The owner isn't coming in and saying, hey, you have to make cost-cutting moves and you have to do this and I want exactly this person. Because the owner actually came in, I wish I remembered his name, is the guy who had the fight with the Cavs owner. The owner came in and it was Troy Weaver wanted to hire one person, and then the assistant GM wanted to hire another person, and then the owner came in and said Monty Williams, who was the third person, and he got the final say. So 12 months later, he's flipped. What does the hater think of that?
So that's not a good thing. Because what's he going to do to this new president in a year?
This poor guy. Yeah.
So I don't think pitching it is a good thing. I think it's too it's a good thing if it's like Brad Stevens. And you let Brad Stevens do whatever he wants.
Langdon could be good. He's unproven.
Yeah, isn't that another issue?
No, it's like you're the Pistons. You're not going to hire like Bob Myers, right?
Why not?
Like a big.
You just set $65 on fire. $65 million on fire. You should have paid Bob Myers.
Yeah, should have, but now you can't. You've just lost $65 million.
Yeah, he's busy working for ESPN or whatever he's doing.
Yeah, it's an insane amount of money.
Yeah, I just find it hard to believe that this, probably one of the poorer owners is, okay with that.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think? What's the big conspiracy then? What's happening then?
Nothing. I just think that no one knows what they're doing.
Right, so it's I'm trying to find reason in it, and you're like, there is no reason.
No.
This is, yeah.
Yeah. Monty's bad, so they fired him. This president of basketball operations will be bad, they'll fire him. The next guy will be bad, they'll fire him. The owner will stay the owner. They're obviously making enough money from television and ad revenue because they're not making. They just can't be making money in the stadium.
Can I butt in?
Oop.
Luxury tax payments were made as of the last day of the finals. It was 9 teams. It's like the Warriors, the Clippers, the Celtics. All those teams paid their luxury tax. And did you know that all the teams not in the tax get the tax? They get the money from the luxury tax, so they get money in their
sense.
pocket.
Yeah.
So 21 teams gained $11 million each. Like the owner just got $11 million.
Yeah.
Because they're not in the luxury tax. And
that would be the point of the tax, right?
Yeah, and then you and I are on, but it's I just think the money could go somewhere else, because you and I, we're on a podcast and with our mates, we're like, fucking pay the tax. I want you to put together a good basketball team.
Yeah.
But these owners say, no, I don't want to pay the tax, and then we go, oh, fuck you. And then, that's public backlash.
Yep.
But then 12 months down the road, they just get $11 million just for existing.
The other teams do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not the guy paying.
Not the guy paying.
Yeah. So what's the issue?
So I'm making fun of Gail Benson for not paying the luxury tax. And then I go, Gail Benson, you should make the Pels better by paying the luxury tax. And she goes, I don't really care, Sean. And then time passes, and she gets money for nothing.
Yeah, okay. I understand. Yeah, for sure. Also, she owns the New Orleans Saints as well, which is super profitable and way more profitable and could pay off the Pels. So the fact that she doesn't want to make the Pels more money by spending a bit of money is absolutely bonkers.
Yeah. The Saints used to be really good, yeah?
Yeah.
And what are they now?
They're fine.
Are they going to win a title or something?
No.
Good prospects to rebuild or just middle?
Yeah.
Oh.
Middle bad.
But still make a lot of money.
Yeah, so much money.
When I was in New Orleans, I was you go to bars and shit, or go to a festival, or talking to taxi drivers, blah blah blah, and my whole thing, in case you haven't realised yet, is basketball.
Sure.
And I'm like, fuck, have you been to a Pels game? And the amount of people that were like, nah, do you follow the Saints though? I'm like, oh no, a lot of my friends like football. God, you should have come during the season, man. You got to watch the Saints game. And I'm like, I'd rather watch a Pels game. And they're like, oh, that's cool. Just not interested.
You don't have to watch the Saints game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You've been to an NFL game?
Yeah, it's boring.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
But you like... Of course I'm the hater.
yeah.
But you like the sport, yeah?
I like it less now.
But you used to like
I used to like the sport.
Yeah.
When I went, I liked the sport. And I think I talked myself into thinking that I liked it. But in hindsight, God, 4 hours is just so fucking long for a low-scoring game.
Yeah, true. Yeah, 4 hours to get 21 points on the board.
And like, if the score is bad, like if the touchdown's bad, it's like, what are we doing here? Like, at least make the touchdown cool. Fuck. Anyway.
Where'd you go? Who'd you see?
It was the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Chargers at the time.
Yeah.
No.
St. Louis.
No. LA. Yeah. And they both came into the season with high hopes and had both then gone 0-4 leading into the game that I attended.
You poor cunt.
Yeah. And that was the game where all three of the Giants' top three receivers got injured.
Oh.
So by the end of the game, the Giants had no receivers.
Right.
Yeah.
You say that like I know what you're talking about.
They're the guys that catch the ball.
Yeah,
they had
they catch the ball.
They had 3 good ones, and then by the end of the game, they had 0 good ones.
For the rest of their careers.
For the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And for a couple extra weeks.
Yeah. Did they ever recover? Do I know their names?
Odell Beckham?
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, the other two you wouldn't know.
Yeah. What do they call him? Nah, that's not...
I don't know. Junior?
No. I was going to make a completely unrelated joke that wouldn't have been okay. The Boston Celtics. So, Boston Celtics... I've listened to a lot of podcasts since the Boston Celtics won title.
Has that been okay for you?
It's been alright. It's been really good, and obviously we posted on the Deep Two's Instagram. Did you like the photos that I posted where it was like looking back at the past 10 years of Celtics, where it's like, oh my god, remember the Evan Turner overachievers?
Yeah.
Evan Turner just kept getting re-signed.
It's just that Brooklyn deal.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Oh no, definitely. But then
to an extent,
they found value in Isaiah Thomas. Remember the Kelly Olynyk game where he just shot the Wizards out of Game 7?
I think I'm going to say when he ripped Kevin Love's arm out of his socket.
Yeah, that was also bad.
As a person who has since dislocated his shoulder, I hate Kelly Olynyk.
Retroactively, you did this like a year ago or something, didn't you? No, 2 years ago. Playing basketball?
Yeah, post
netball.
So Olynyk did it to Love.
In 2015.
Yeah, then I did it. And I've gone back and been
21.
like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, wow.
Dude, it hurts.
We're dealing with generational levels of hate here. Like, you've just looked back on someone 7 years.
Sean, it hurts so much.
Yeah, it must.
And then you can't play basketball.
Yeah.
That
you can still play. You just put shots up.
Yeah.
You just won stuff at student netball.
Yeah, best goal shooter at redacted school.
With redacted student that we looked up on air.
Stop.
There's the Kelly Olynyk stuff. There's remember Scary Terry had a fucking series,
of Miami Heat fame. Scary Terry.
Yeah. There was the Jared Sullinger years. Remember when it was Rondo, Jeff Green. I remember reading an article on Grantland at the time where it was just before the start of that season, and it's like the Celtics can do something with the big three of Kelly Olynyk / Jared Sullinger, Rondo and Jeff Green. Jeff Green was a 3 who was maybe floating up to the 2.
Yeah.
And then now he plays 5
pretty much
for winning teams, right?
And Houston.
Rondo got traded with Dwight Powell, who was drafted by the Boston Celtics. He got traded to that greatest offense of all time, Monte Ellis, Dirk Nowitzki thing. In return, the Celtics got Jay Crowder, and they won the deal because they got the best 3-and-D wing, role player that you could ever want. So that's fun. And then there was everyone was like, oh my god, they just drafted James Young. James Young 16th. He's going to be the best player in the draft. Not the case. Just so many iterations, and obviously Isaiah Thomas, and there was the game where his sister had passed away. Avery Bradley, they were the Tacoma twosome, with their backcourt, both were from Tacoma, whatever fucking state.
Yeah, where's that?
And obviously Kyrie Irving stuff, Gordon Hayward snapping his ankle in the first game on an alley-oop. Remember, and I always remember the picture of Dwayne Wade just looking away, about to vomit on he's pulling a squat. What the fuck did I just watch? It is really cool that they got here and how they built a team and how well run it is. But fuck, I wish it wasn't the Celtics.
Yeah, for sure. It should have been Denver. So They shouldn't, but like they shouldn't have fucked it up against the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
I love how you've done this whole 5-minute soliloquy about the Celtics, and I just started talking about Denver
Yeah, that's
because
fair.
I'm so bored of the Celtics.
Well,
okay, sorry. Let me actually. All right.
no, you don't have
Was
to.
it a good build-up? Yes. Okay. Yes. That they've been so good for so long, and they've consistently made good decisions, and it has all turned into this team, which is the most talented roster in the NBA. I will refrain from saying they're the best team in the NBA. Like, I don't think that just because you win the championship, you're the best team in the league.
Yeah.
They are the champions.
The world champions. It's nice to remember that they put world up there.
It's pretty funny. It's not until they beat Panathinaikos or whatever.
Well, not until they beat fucking France in a World Cup or remember that
Okay.
France beat them
You're
in
talking about countries. Yeah. Okay. I thought you were talking about the EuroLeague champions. But God, they are just so shit.
most talented, best built shit.
So what's the hot? I haven't heard the Jason Tatum isn't their best player thing. What's that?
No, is
it a Jaylen Brown thing, or is it Drew Holiday?
Well, yeah, it's a bit of like this team's obviously very well built. This team's excellent, right? And Jason Tatum has just absolutely shat the bed for a little while. And the best player was Jaylen Brown. But then it's like, over the regular season, it's Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
It's just people.
Jason Tatum's also better at basketball.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, you've had Jason Tatum just play well below his average and Jaylen Brown play way above his average for a whole playoffs, pretty much.
Yeah.
Listen to 2 Bill Simmons podcasts. I couldn't finish either of them.
Good Lord.
You would like the most recent Bill Simmons pod. They had Chris Ryan and the other one on. And
Or Russillo.
No. The one who's trying to be Jacoby. Like Veria or something. Anyway, so he's... They're coming on, and then Bill Simmons is just like, they would just say some stuff. He would just say some stuff like, "There's a lot of 2015 Warriors in this Celtics," and then like Chris Ryan would just start laughing, and you can always see his brain go, "This is my boss. This is my boss."
Yeah, exactly.
What makes you say that, Bill?
Yeah. Let him talk.
Yeah. It's. Do you think there's a bit of 2015 Warriors in this Celtics?
No. No.
Yeah, I mean, like...
No, okay, there is. They've got the old 6-man glue guy, whether that's Horford or White. Like, which one of them is Icky? I guess it's, like, technically White, but really it's Horford.
Yeah.
They've got the, like, death lineup where they can play the 5 guys who are, like, a little bit smaller if Porzingis is out.
Yeah, they're just better than everyone.
I don't know who Porzingis is, I guess.
No, I don't think
it's like I don't know. It's not like a player-for-player thing.
It's like,
but
are
it's
they
like,
about to win the next 5 championships?
You've got the 2 J's. No, but like they won't.
Yeah,
They won't.
This is
Porzingis will get hurt. Sorry.
Yeah.
Porzingis will get hurt. Horford's old. I mean, all that, like we just talked about, all they've been doing is making good decisions for the last 10 years. I don't know why that would stop. So technically, that's true. People want to play in Boston. Legacy franchise. Like the Warriors sort of had to turn themselves into a legacy franchise.
Yeah.
The Celtics already are.
Yeah. Like they're gonna get the ring chasing vets.
God, like. You just like Steph more, though.
Yeah, and
other people do.
Well, and you like Steph more to progress as an MVP. You know what I mean? Like you like him more to. Oh my God, he took a step above 2015.
Yeah,
won another
you know what?
MVP.
That's exactly right.
What's Jason Tatum doing leading him?
They're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
the Jays are like at and like that's obviously fine. It's good enough. But no, God no. Yeah, the Warriors didn't win in 2015.
No, that we won 15, lost 16. Famously 3-1 up.
Sure, okay, yep. Sure.
And then Draymond Green had 15 technical fouls.
Yes.
And then he flung a fist at LeBron James.
Yes.
His groin area in Game 5.
Yes.
Receiving a technical which would be 16th.
Yes.
So the reason they won is because Draymond had accrued.
That's the reason.
he had accrued 15 throughout the season.
Yeah. And not because Olynyk ripped Kevin Love's arm out the year before.
Oh, you reckon they would have won a 15? Get lost, son.
And this is before or after Kevin Durant joined them?
This is before. I'm just looking up this is a page here. It's called Wikipedia.
Okay.
Past champions, and I thought about this. I thought about this looking it up beforehand, but completely forgot.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've ever had. I don't think we've ever had 6 different champions in 6 years.
Okay.
So we had Toronto, Lakers, Bucks, Warriors, Nuggets, and now
Yeah,
Celtics.
cool. That's great.
That's great.
Who was before the Raptors? You.
Yeah, Warriors, and then
Okay.
Warriors, and then Warriors,
Yeah,
and then Cavs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
This is the parody that old mate's been wanting.
Feels like an accident.
Feels like an accidental parody.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Like this is what he wants. What's accidental about it? Like,
Denver should have won this year.
yeah, but
There's
like,
that.
Boston should have won last year.
Raptors was a swing. Boston shouldn't have won last year. No way.
But they're like, how the hell did they lose to that Heat team that ran out of gas in the finals?
But they would have lost to the Nuggets anyway.
Yeah. They had Rob Will there instead of an injured Zingis.
The Lakers won. What else? The Raptors one is pretty. The Raptors one isn't a parody. That's a fluke. Because the Warriors went down, so that should have been a Warriors win.
Yeah.
This year shouldn't have happened. Last year, fair enough. What was the year before last?
Bucks. Was it?
Yeah, who was supposed to come out of the West? Because it ended up being that shitty Suns team.
Yeah, they beat the Clippers in the conference finals without Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, maybe we're putting too many. Maybe I'm putting too many asterisks on it. I'm actually. I want to talk about the Jason Tatum cringe thing.
Yeah.
Because I can't believe that we're going to go different directions here.
Yeah. So you explain what happened.
Yeah. Well, I think you could give a better. Like, what has he been doing? Can you please give that description?
Okay. So. We'll start off as soon as the sort of buzzer went off, right? Or maybe just before the buzzer went off. He went down on his hands and knees and he put his he went down, did a squat, put his hands over his eyes. You know, super emotional. So, yeah, it might be a bit of a stretch, but a la Giannis when Giannis won and he sat on the bench and just cried. Then Jason Tatum looks up at the Jumbotron, not a fucking drop of moisture in his eyeballs, right? Whatever. Buzzer goes. He's the first person they interview. What does it feel, Jason Tatum, about winning an NBA champion? And he's like, we can do it. We did it.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah,
The Kevin Garnett. And then he's taking photos afterwards and he's holding it a little bit like the Kobe thing. Everyone's been talking about this for a week before he won. It was like, fuck, he's going to take the Kobe photo. He's sitting there posing, Kobe like... And then there was a thing when Steph Curry won Finals MVP in 2022. He's blowing champagne everywhere, and he's like, "What are they going to say now? What are they going to say now?" And it's like, "Fuck, so cool," because he's been criticised for not stepping up in the finals, and he just put the team on his back and beat the Celtics, right? So then Jason Tatum's walking around, like, "What are they going to say now? What are they going to say now?" I don't know, man. Like, you're a pretty good team, and no one, whatever. Then
you were supposed to win this.
yeah. And then he's at the not parade, but like the first sort of public thing.
Yeah.
And he just quoted Kanye.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I guess that's all. What did Kanye say?
It was no.
I guess that's all something. He drops the mic.
He drops the mic. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's been going on.
Yeah. So I can imagine the listener assuming that I would fall where you're falling in this, which is that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you think it's like intentionally cringe.
Yeah.
And you think he is imitating these people.
Yeah.
Like purposefully.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah, great. I actually think the opposite, where like I genuinely think that he's so stupid that he doesn't know that he's doing it. So he's watched all this footage, like he knows that Steph said the thing and that Kanye said the thing, but in the moment he's just going like
muscle memory.
It's just automatic cringe. And he's just pulling the ripcord and like it's happening. And I just don't think that he's like wrapping his head around what it means or what it looks like. I think it's just happening. You know what I mean?
So because the KG one is a lot like KG.
Yeah.
He says it quietly, then he tips his head back and says it loudly. It's fucking. is so similar. Literally, it was also the day, like 12, 14 years prior.
Borderline word for word.
But it's like that's pretty. You got to really
truly
focus.
amazing.
You got to really focus on that.
I don't think so.
Fuck it. So you reckon he's just watched? He's gone on YouTube after a big day at work and he's just put on NBA highlights.
Yeah. He's grown up watching the cringest moments in NBA history, and he's like absorbed them, and they have become him, and he has become them.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like. I think it's like this. It's blissful ignorance to the point of like, is there anything going on up there?
Well, there's this book that's on my list to read. I haven't read it, but the book pretty much says, "Do we know too much?" Right? Where it's like when we hear about some of the world conflicts, where it's like, I think a good example is Israel-Palestine, right? And then a lot of people were sharing about a month ago because there's a similar conflict in like Kenya or something.
Sudan?
Maybe? Yeah. There's an African country that's having a very similar situation, and people are like, hey, let's also like, let's sort of keep these people in our thoughts as well because this horrible thing's happening elsewhere. And then the book sort of says like, do we know too much? Is this a downside of globalization? And it's like, the book's just like very devil's advocate-y and sort of very black and white, not really empathetic at all. But sort of saying, do we know too much? Is there too much exposure? Like back in the day, maybe we would only ever have known about local issues, and now we've got all these things to worry about and whatever the ramifications are for society. This is sort of like that book's very serious, but is this sort of like the jokingly downside of globalization where people like Jason Tatum, just grown up very good at basketball, but happens to be in the demographic of someone who watched a lot of YouTube growing up, and now he's just doing this, and he just, if you're right, if he truly just doesn't know that he's doing it, fucking so cringe.
Yeah, super cringe. Yeah, not a single authentic thought.
Yeah.
I think that's why, like, is that why he can never actually become better than the sixth best player in the NBA? Because everything he does is just like a copy. He doesn't. There's no authenticity. He's just like.
I don't think authenticity matters if your stats are big. Like if you average 40 points a game, doesn't matter how cringe you are.
No, he's as good as he'll ever be.
Yeah.
He'll just never be better than like the people who are actually the best at basketball.
Yeah. Okay.
No comment.
No, I know. Yeah, I no comment. It's also made me look back on previous finals and go, oh, okay, well, this is cringe, and sometimes American sports can be cringe.
Yeah.
Have other finals been like this? So, okay, well, you got with the Nuggets, Jamal Murray's like crying like he's the best player, but he's the second best player. But Jokic had the good moments where he's just like, oh man, there's a parade. Like, I want to go home and like party with like my friends and family, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's genuine.
Yeah.
Year before, who was it again?
Wasn't it you?
Nah. Oh yeah, it was. Fuck,
Yeah.
2 years ago. Year before, Steph Curry doing it. Steph's doing tapping his ring finger in Boston.
Yep.
After scoring 48 points, like that's pretty fucking cool. Year before, you got the Bucks.
Personal opinion.
Year before, you got the Bucks. Like Giannis, very
Everyone
emotional.
Likes Giannis.
So Giannis, he's getting the 48 piece of Nuggets and stuff. Like
Drew gets his
Drew gets his thing.
his ring or whatever. Yeah.
Year before the Lakers, obviously in the bubble, LeBron James legacy stuff. Hasn't been as cringe as this.
No, not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close. And like, is it a Celtics thing?
It might be.
Is it a Celtics thing? But then like, are they the most well-run franchise?
Yeah.
And like that's not their fault. It might actually just be Tatum.
Yeah.
It might just be Tatum and Brown. Like Brown is. Let's not fucking let Jaylen Brown off the hook for being fucking cringe as shit. For the love of God, Al Horford's sister, so cringe.
Al Horford, bro. Leave your sister out of it, bro. I haven't seen her in years.
It's because you're blocked on Twitter.
We buried the hatchet in like episode 172.
Oh, okay.
I publicly came out at the start of the episode.
I'm sure she was listening to that one. Derek White and Drew Holiday are both very likable.
Yeah,
but the rest of them, it's just like,
no, they're
good lord,
they're definitely run well. It's a bit like, I hate that I'm making this, but like Carlton, where it's like Carlton been bad forever, and you're like, I hate their fans, but they're shit. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it's like, imagine if Carlton would run really well. And maybe they are right now, but you know what I mean. It's like, oh, okay, damn it. Collingwood winning a title with an excellent team, and then you're like, fuck, yeah, this is the team that we're supposed to hate, and they're just doing everything good. They've got such likable players.
Yeah.
Like, who's the captain? Darcy Moore.
Yep.
Great guy.
Best captain in the AFL.
Yeah, and then who's the Suns?
Dacos.
Yeah. Then there is the odd idiot.
Yeah. There's two idiots.
Maynard, Tatum.
Yeah, and Degoe. Tatum.
Degoe Brown. All right. Any further comments?
I think. Oh my god! I thought there was one. Hold on.
There is one. You can read it if you want.
Hold on. Yeah. All right. Sure. Luka played some bad defense because he was tired as shit. Can everyone relax?
Yeah, he's like 25.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason Tatum was like 27.
He has no teammates.
Yeah.
No one he plays with is good at basketball, and he dragged a shit heap to the finals.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're in the finals and it's like, man, Derek Jones Jr. just can't hit a shot. He's not supposed to.
No, that's right.
And now he's being guarded by the best defense in the league.
Exactly.
When they're zoned in on him.
Yeah.
No, he's not supposed. Yeah, I completely agree giving Luka a bit of slack.
Yeah.
If Luka comes back to the finals 2 years from now and he's still doing the same stuff and it's be like, oh, okay, well, maybe the way he plays is a little bit... It's his first time. Like, seriously.
Yeah, he's a whingy boy. Like, whatever. Sure. That's fine. He's also being defended by like 2 6'9" wings that are like built to stop him.
And if he's not, it's
Drew and Derek White, the next two best people to fucking guard him in probably the whole league.
And if you get the big ISO on you have to shoot over a 7'3" bloke.
Yeah. Who trained with you for a year and a half?
Yeah, this is sounding so one-sided. We're just like, fuck off, Jason. Piss off, Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Luka, give him a fucking break.
Yeah. No, but I won't let the other Mavericks off the hook. Like, I don't know what the discourse around Kyrie is, but like, I hope it's been very negative.
Yeah. Well, he averaged 16 points before the finals. He's playing bad.
Oh.
He's playing bad. And
that's good.
He continues to play bad.
Good.
Yeah.
We hate him.
Yeah,
Kyrie. Me and my homies.
Josh Green had a good one. Dante had some good energy minutes. I mean, yeah, he had a better one than Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah. Okay.
Maxi Kleber was just out there because he had the wingspan to do it. The team's not ready. Derek Lively in every game was positive. Every game he was positive, which is incredible.
Yeah, sad end to that story. I guess that would have been nice if they won that.
Yeah, but
just his story.
Well, do you like if you had to? Bet a Choc Carabao right now, right? Maybe a Choc Carabao and like $1 million that the Mavs make the finals. If Luka Doncic makes the finals on the Mavs again, would you say yes or no? Just one more time.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think I agree.
Yeah. This was lucky.
Nah.
No, all right. You got to beat whoever's in front of you.
No, but they beat some good teams. They beat the Clippers. They beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. They beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then they didn't beat the Celtics. But
this Celtics team was not that much better than the other. Like,
I don't know.
Can go on a 1.5 month hot streak. Can you not?
Yeah, but to do it against 3 good teams in the West, I think that's pretty incredible.
I guess so.
Final point I guess we should mention is that these finals had the lowest of the viewership since 2007, and this was down 12% from 2023. I don't know what the 12% means. Coming from John Lewis of Sports Media Watch, and Monday's clinching Game 5 averaged a 6.3 rating and 12.22 million viewers on ABC, down 9% in viewership from last year's Game 5 clincher. So even though both series were a gentleman's sweep, and quite convincingly so, last season was just watched more. So I think checks out with just...
European viewers?
No, I think just checks out in terms of just the informal study I've been doing with my friends, where like, a friend of the program, Remy, was just like, man, I haven't been watching basketball for long, but these finals are boring, yeah? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. God, we love Remy. Shout out to Remy.
Remember he came on the pod?
Yeah, dude.
And he was like, I'll go for Portland, but you guys can just talk.
That is what he said.
Let's take a little break before we get into some more news.
This episode of The Deep 2 is presented by Gelateria Bico, the official gelato of The Deep 2. Gelateria Bico, handmade gelato in the heart of Brunswick.
The Jeff Van Gundy Tribute Show is your fortnightly dose of the lighter side of basketball, hosted by me, Marco.
And me, Lucas. We take a more laid-back approach, talking about the NBA, the WNBA, FIBA basketball, culture, whatever tickles our fancy or grinds our gears.
The show is filled with great guests, classic gags, and a healthy dose of tangents in honour of the great man himself.
The Jeff Van Gundy Tribute Show, fortnightly on the Deep 2 Podcast Network.
You know, loves just talking about the league, certain things like that.
And we're back. Negroni's in hand.
God, we are back.
Oh, shit. That probably won't sound good to the listeners' ears.
That's okay.
You'll edit it out.
Yeah, I'll edit it out.
Yeah, you got this one.
I was going to say I'll talk over it. The Pascal Siakam Max is an interesting one. Because who's their third player going to be?
Yeah, so
Because it's not Miles Turner.
I think it has to be. 'Cause
Nah.
you get two maxes. You get two maxes, and then you can fill out the roster with about one more big-ish contract, and then you got to find value elsewhere, like mid-level exceptions. Yeah, I think it's Miles Turner, and then is Benedict Mathurin going to hit? And Andrew Nembhard can sign an extension this off-season. So
Then it's got to be Mathurin.
well, it could be Nembhard. Like if Mathurin and Nembhard pop as just like that ball handling two.
Yeah. Mathurin fell off, didn't he?
No, he was just injured the whole playoffs.
Oh, okay. No, the season.
I think he improved, but it was his second year.
Yeah.
He'd improved, but I mean, we had the big chat in the group chat. I still don't.
You don't like him?
I just don't like his style of play.
Okay.
I think it's one of those guys like Karis LeVert where it's like
Sure.
you're sort of good at everything, but if you're not great at one thing,
Yeah.
then like your best case scenario is Malik Monk, which is like Malik Monk fine, but you've just been drafted 8th.
Well, Malik Monk's good at shooting threes.
Yeah, true.
Although, I mean, like, and it took him 8 years to get there, or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's actually fair enough.
Once he figured out that he needed to be a role player to make his money and stuff.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
It's
Are we going to keep him?
it's pretty hotly contested. He's unrestricted. He's going to get about $100 million, right? Across 4 years, and it's going to be you are going to give him 100 mil.
Yeah.
Orlando, if they flame out in bigger options.
Yeah.
Toronto next to quickly could
That's interesting.
can pay both of them. They need shooting and they
God,
need.
if you're him, though, like...
Yeah, this is the fucking season to be a free agent.
No. I meant literally if I was him and I could play basketball with my best friend for $100 million, why would I leave?
I actually thought you were going to go somewhere else with that. I thought you were going to say, if I was him and I'm picking between those three teams, I'm picking Orlando immediately.
Well, that's because they don't pay income tax.
Nah, because they're a better team, bro. Would you rather...
And they don't pay income tax.
Yeah, okay.
You
Well,
keep all of the money.
all right, would you rather not pay income tax and be a 4th seed in the East? Or would you rather pay Californian draconian taxes and be the fucking play-in... But you got your best friend with you.
It would be Orlando.
If I was a free agent, I'm leaving the West as soon as possible. Fucking Ja Morant, Wemby, Steph all missed the playoffs.
Good lord. And the Rockets.
Yeah.
And the Rockets. Yeah.
And, I mean, if we're saying it, even the Jazz.
You lost me with that one. You like jazz? That's a guy who had a underage girlfriend once.
Who said that?
Seinfeld.
Oh, really?
You like jazz is Seinfeld's B character from the B movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Voiced.
Do you remember that
voiced
time
by-
when Jerry Seinfeld dated a high schooler?
Yeah, you bring it up to me all the time.
I remember.
The North remembers.
Disgusting.
Yeah, Pascal Siakam, definitely the right guy to get. And if you're Indiana, you're not going to get anyone... Like, don't worry about their third player. You're not going to get anyone as good as your second player. Like, you're not going to sign...
No.
Right?
Yeah, you got your second player.
And you've already traded the picks for... Yeah.
Gosh, they might be hamstrung though, Hallie and Siakam. That's just nowhere near as good as the Jays. I love Hallie, but fucking hell, that is not close.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell, he was... No, at the start of the year, he was in the MVP chat.
Yeah, he's amazing.
You don't reckon he can win a title?
A 6'8" and a 6'9" wing. God, like, what are you gonna do? Drew Holiday's defending him. What's the bloke supposed to do? I still stand by my. If Hallie wasn't injured, the Pacers would have been in the finals. By the way.
Yeah, I think maybe in a year, once they get that, maybe they should sign like a Bruce Brown type.
Buddy Hield.
Yeah, man, it does actually kind of suck they let go of Buddy Hield.
Yeah, and then Philly didn't even play him.
Also, today is June 20, and free agency opens on 1 July.
Sure.
Why is this deal reported? He can't sign it until the 6th of July.
Yeah, sure.
What's with that?
Yeah, there is really, unless someone else can pay him more, but they can't.
No, they can't. This is
Because that's why they traded for him, so they could pay him this. Yeah.
so this was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
And it's happened.
Yeah.
But why? Well, I don't know.
Isn't it crazy how much better this contract is than Bradley Beal's? And it's the same contract, $50 million a year.
Yeah, 50. Yeah, actually, the sticker shock 50 sort of surprises me a bit, but it's the new cap environment.
Yeah,
We're all going to have to adjust to it.
Sure.
You and I are going to have to get used to the new cap. Yeah. Let's talk about the final piece of news. The Atlanta Hawks are working out.
That's not the final piece.
What? Oh, you want to talk about Caitlin Carr. Zachary Ricochet and Donovan Clingan, and they're not working out Alex Sarr, coming from Jonathan Gavoni of ESPN. I think this is posturing, as we saw with the Paolo Banchero draft, where the Magic said, hey, we got the first pick, we're drafting Jalen Smith, no one fucking call us whatsoever. Yeah. And then the morning of the draft, they said, oh, we're actually going to pick Paolo Banchero, and it's been him all along.
Yeah.
And I remember they actually hid it by not having public workouts, not inviting him in for a public workout. And the reason for doing this is that you can just sort of muddy the waters and just make teams think that, oh, maybe we got a chance to get him at 3.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you spring their draft board. But for the millions of dollars these people are getting paid, I don't think you're really springing the draft board. People would be ready for every possible outcome.
No one fell for the Paolo thing. Right?
Yeah.
As in no front off, media personalities,
Yeah.
people reporting it. You get a bunch of casuals that hop on board, and all of a sudden they don't think they're drafting Paolo. But I find that hard to. You know what? I take it back. Now, in thinking it, I have remembered my take that all GMs are stupid. So maybe they did all fall for it.
No, I think. Let's say everyone did fall for it. There were no repercussions this year. But there were no repercussions that year.
No.
But maybe this year Atlanta is saying, Atlanta comes out in the morning of the draft and they're like, oh, we were going to pick Sarr all along. And then Washington, who is sitting there oh, we want Sarr too.
Yeah.
So then they give up, Denny and the second pick for 1. And all of a sudden Atlanta make something out of nothing. Whereas if the Wizards had a week to think about it, they might say, oh, it's actually not worth it.
But what's Sarr? 6'10" center, power forward?
Yeah, imagine Jaren Jackson, but not that sweet of a shooter.
Jaren Jackson's not a sweet shit. He's jump shot. Yeah. Okay, cool. So whatever. Who cares? Pick whoever you want. It's Bennett until it's the Bennett draft until it isn't.
Yeah.
Because
trade down to 14, get Giannis.
Pretty much. There's always someone that pans out. Donovan Mitchell went 13th, and he was so clearly, not at the time, but obviously since.
Yeah.
Or by the end of the first season, it was oh my god, what the hell have they stumbled upon here?
It was actually
one
crazy.
One of those blokes will pop up.
Yeah, like a Tyler Hero. It is quite crazy that we're off topic, but Donovan Mitchell was just ready to replace Gordon Hayward the season he came into the league. That's pretty cool. Back when he used to play defense. Yeah, well, Luka Doncic wasn't even that good in his rookie season. He was averaging less than 20 points a game.
Isn't that what most rookies do?
Yeah, I know, but for the fact that Donovan Mitchell did as well.
Okay.
Final piece of news: Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. What do you want to say about it?
No, I think I would do better in a Mikan drill than Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Just layup, opposite hand layup, strong hand layup, opposite hand. I reckon I'd do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you do better than Caitlin Clark? Responding to heaps of questions about non-basketball stuff?
No.
It's hard.
It is.
She hasn't made a single comment about Dutton's planned nuclear project.
Well, then we can't support it.
Caitlin Clark, Billy Bob here from ABC News. Why do I have an American accent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run with it now. Ask the question.
They were the Australian opposition, the federal opposition has put forward a plan to have nuclear power as the way to go to achieve our net zero outcome. But with the power plants projecting to be completed between 2050 and 2060, what are your thoughts on this projected this route?
That's good.
Thanks.
Good stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It all feels kind of stupid. The WNBA has gone.
We were talking about nuclear.
No, sure. The WNBA has gone through this whole, and in my starting to very, very, very shallowly follow it because of the excellent work from Lucas and Marco. It was this like positive, like all the social posts are positive. The college game is positive. We're talking for the last 2 years, especially last season. Like everyone loves Caitlin Clark and like the Reese thing, whatever. But it was this like college villain story. Blah blah blah. The WNBA is positive. It's all competition. You got these two dream teams. Blah blah blah. And then Caitlin Clark gets into the league, and for whatever reason, she's the only player that men are willing to watch. For whatever reason. And now the WNBA has gone from this, like, the aura has gone from, like, loving and caring and, like, we're building each other up to the way it's being reported on and the way, like, reading Instagram comments isn't probably the best way to whatever. But
at least you know.
They've gone from so positive to, like, sexist and racist and, like, it's done this, like, complete 180. And they're pinning it on the two rookies, and like, and even then, obviously, like, not as much on the white rookie as they are on the black rookie, who, like, all things weighed up, is an idiot, like hitting people off the ball and shit, and what she says in interviews and whatever, but not enough to warrant like the backlash, the like,
yeah. I mean, no further comments.
No further comments.
But it's,
Ruffle Mayo, I think.
Ruffle Mayo.
Like I say to the kids.
Yeah?
Yeah, they don't laugh. But,
but every time you tell me you make a joke to the kids, they laugh.
Better jokes. That's not one of my best ones.
Yeah. Like the start of the pod.
Yeah.
So you should, if you're listening to this right now, rewind back to the start and listen to at least 30 seconds. We get two listens for the price of one. Yeah. All because you made a joke at the top.
Yeah. Good joke too.
Good joke. Yeah. Good joke.
All right, Shawnee.
Yeah. All right, Shawnee.
Go Celtics.
Funny.
You want to talk WNBA? Maybe some WNBL? Australian Opals chat? Heck, even dabble in some EuroLeague? Find the W Basketball Show on the Deep 2 Podcast Network.